I'd like to welcome everyone to the July 23rd Commissioners meeting. Join me in the pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, I entertain a motion to accept the minutes from July the 9th.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes from the July 9th meeting.
I second. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Motion to accept accounts payable vouchers.
I make a motion to approve account payable vouchers.
I second that.
Those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
And a motion to approve the payroll docket is submitted.
I make a motion to approve the payroll docket as submitted.
I second.
Those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Okay. Rick,
Yeah.
you have the floor, sir.
Information for you all. We don't have any data center stuff tonight, do you? I think the last time we were here, that was,
So,
I'm seeing you.
that's right, you're right, yeah, I'm sorry. Got a lot of stuff for you, I hate to give you all this stuff. Hold on. One, Okay. Let's get through this. Sorry about that. So good evening, Rick Anderson with Verigy. Cole Willis is here with me as well. So last time we were here, you all asked me to get you some figures back on just the jail, taking the jail part out of our presentation. So if you looked at first handout that I gave you, that basically takes the what we call energy conservation measures out of the project, and that is just for the jail. I gave you cash flows. I'm going to give you three options, one which you all have already seen, but this is the one with the jail, and there's also a cash flow that goes along with that. I know, we're not going to go over that tonight, all this information tonight, but that was this is basically just energy things, lights, HVAC, controls at the jail. Okay, if we peel that out. The second handout that I gave you is really we took out, it's not the full one that I had given you before, but this one is jail. It's solar at the new jail, and it's also lighting every place. So this is kind of your optimum savings project. That's going to give you the quickest payback. But also, guys, on that one, you're going to see the IRA benefit, which is $600,000 and some change. As we talked about before, that's the little carrot out there from the federal government that if we could get this thing moving pretty quickly, you'd get a check back from the federal government of around $600,000. I wanted to give you one more little piece of something for you. If I can find it. Well, it's a copy of an IRA check that we got.
Okay.
Oh, here it is. Here we have it. Sorry. Have you guys been down to St. Meinrad Arch Abbey before? It's down near Jasper, Indiana. We did about a $15 million the geothermal project for them a couple years ago. That's a federal incentive back that they just got back here this winter. So those are real. And when we talk about this IRA benefit, I know Josh is going to get up and talk to you about some jail stuff, but you have some other things down there that need some repair and replacement. That $600,000 would go pretty far in helping you towards that. If that's what you decide to do with it, you can do whatever you want with it, but that might really help you pay for some of the non-energy things down there, if that makes sense. So I gave you three options. I gave you the just jail, then I gave you the best energy project, and then I gave you a copy of the one you already had, which was the larger project, which you've already seen. I don't know if you have any questions or. It's always a lot to digest. Yeah. And that's why if you guys would like to do that at some point, maybe have a separate little work session. Because I know typically, with what you all would like to do with this goes to council. We do this all the time where, we then go to council because we understand they appropriate the money. So and make a similar presentation to council as well.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Josh, you're up.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to share a little bit, give an update on the Juvenile Detention Center project. And the development of the expansion of regional services for juvenile justice here in Jefferson County. In regards to facility and contractors, a little bit of an update on that. Contractor engagement has increased significantly with multiple vendors across construction, HVAC, electrical, security, and other trades, completing site walkthroughs, preparing estimates. As we've received proposals, we have been able to pass those along to you. Last time I was here, gave you a pretty extensive packet of information that evaluated some costs and then qualifications of the contractors, strategically by trade and what they did. The approach supported cost control measures, some flexibility, quality outcomes, while also ensuring responsible use of county resources. Overall, I think contractor interest reflects confidence in the project's direction and in the progress. I would only add that one of the proposals that you have received from Security Automated Solutions for the installation of the security system and controls. I was able to give you that packet the last time that I was here, so it's been about a month ago. And that seems that will be the longest phase of the project from the time we sign to complete installation of that project will be about 9 months. So from beginning to end, we have a 9-month timeline on cameras and security controls. The contractor that I just met with before I came over to the meeting, he had estimated that his time that he would spend in the facility would be much shorter than that. So security control seems to be what will be the longest time frame that we have. So if we initiated now, we would still be able to make Q1 opening of next year. Additionally, we have our coming soon sign or our project sign be installed sometime next week. So I'll be around for a little bit tomorrow to kind of put some markers where that is, and I'll meet with Mike and go over that. And in regards to expansion of services already in parallel with the facility development, we're using Jefferson County as the regional service offerings for what we have. We're expanding into electronic monitoring as well, and I've got some brochures for you all that will go over that. My company just signed a 3-year agreement for electronic home detention as well to give some alternatives prior to detention. But if there's a violation of those terms, then if so ordered, they can come straight to the detention facility, and even in the surrounding areas that we're in, and we're going to be able to monitor that from our monitoring center that we'll have available. And it's really an expansion across southern Indiana, so I can foresee that as we engage in electronic GPS monitoring with other counties, that as they have violations, they're going to look for a place to put them in the meantime. So then we'll be able to provide a lot of out-of-county placement with that revenue as well. We've developed a juvenile transportation division that will, I hope, assist courts just as an added asset to what we have going on. Assist courts, the sheriff's department, probation, other detention centers, in keeping people on the road where they're supposed to be versus spending hours in transportation. regional interest. There are counties who have, multiple counties that have reached out and are ready for MOUs and ready for the facility to have been opened
Yesterday.
last weekend. Yeah, absolutely. We've had discussions with them, including not just the detention facility, but electronic home monitoring, detention services, detention placement, other partnership opportunities. So we view demand as it's a critical demand, and it's clear that the region needs something which positions Jefferson County, I think, as a future hub for juvenile justice services. And so our immediate priorities is finalizing some contractor selection, expanding our regional services, getting engaged with security automated solutions to get the electronic controls and camera systems installed. So that takes that takes the longest amount of time. Our momentum with it, I think, remains strong, with increasing contractor participation, growing regional demands. I think our project is on track to become a tremendous resource for Jefferson County and the broader Southern Indiana region. So just want to say thank you to you all for your support for the project and your confidence that we're going to get it done. I take any questions that you have.
Appreciate the emails.
Oh,
The updates.
absolutely. Glad to do that for you guys. If you all need anything, you've got my phone number.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Josh. Thanks, Josh. Okay. Department updates. Who wants to go first? Trish,
I'll speak up there.
you're fourth.
Yeah. So thanks to the aluminum cans and stuff that we've been collecting and recycling, we're now gonna be bringing in, snap tests for cats to test everybody for feline leukemia and for feline AIDS, but prior to being adopted. And we're gonna start heartworm testing all the dogs. So I think we have a steady flow of income with that I can offer this in the package for adoption now. And that's about all.
That's good. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
John?
I guess. Don't have really much. We're working on getting some roads ready for chip seal right now. That's about all we've got going on, doing that and some patching. I built some potholes. Sugan Hollow Bridge is on track to be completed by September, so they're moving along pretty good. Of course, that's weather permitting, so. And you guys know, as of right now, we're not mowing at the moment due to some budget cuts, so we're gonna review the budget next month and see what we can do from there, so. Any questions?
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay. Fred's gonna go. Unfortunately, I don't have any super updates as far as receiving any budgets or, funding. We're still waiting for Office of Court Services. We did meet with them. We still don't have a timeline for that. Development wise, I guess, as far as our office, our pretrial officer put in his month notice. So we have put that out internally right now because we cannot run pretrial with just one officer, so. Hoping to be able to figure out some assimilation with that. So the only thing I can do is, as I get that notices of funding in, is just keep you guys emailed on that, but we've got some numbers and potential scenarios, so that's all I can do right now until I have more information for you guys. Questions?
Thank you. Ryan, Matt, come on.
Come on down. Let's see, so we talked about it, I'll let you guys know, we partnered up with Trumbull County Emergency Management Director Andrew Stark, across the river from us. He came into a handful of FEMA temporary housing trailers. We didn't need a place to store them, so he brought 5 of them over that we're storing them out behind the building in Hanover. And we can use those if we need them, so it seems like tornadoes are happening a little bit more these days, so we got 5 basically camper trailers to use for temporary housing should we need that, so it's a good asset, good partnership, and the guys doing some pretty awesome things over there, pretty awesome, county, it's a really a good go-getter. Incidentally, all the trees, the limbs, all the stuff that was hauled out to the fairgrounds, best estimate that we can figure is 2,500 cubic yards, chips or mulch, whatever you want to call that stuff. Now it's kind of big all around, so it's a big pile. And so John, we met with FEMA yesterday for public assistance, talked through that, went out and looked at a few things, and on Monday, FEMA and the Small Business Association were here for individual assistance. We went out and did damage assessments with them for the 5th round of damage assessments that I've completed so far this year. And so how that works is that we have to be the threshold, and where we sit, we don't know, because, or where this process sits, we're not sure, because there's a lot of other counties that are gonna have to hit their marks and a lot bit to make this push through and hit the numbers that they need for a federal declaration. So we have a state declaration. We've had a bunch of calls about that, and I'll get to that in a minute. But to finish up the rest of this process, it takes X number of dollars really of damage to get the federal government here to show up to even look at things. To put that in perspective about how long it takes, we're still fighting with them over some county road stuff from the flooding of 2005. And they don't seem to be in a big hurry yet
2005.
to get that, spring of '05. So we're still out of the $1.7 million, that was a 1.7 on that, John, that we had identified as jobs that they sent engineers, all kinds of stuff. We agree on all the things that we needed to get fixed and all that bit. And it would let down to a grand sum total about $16,000 is what they're at, is what they're talking about sending us. So disheartening for sure. John's on it, and he's not giving up, and he's appealing and we're gonna walk it all the way to the end of the road until he just tells no, and we're out of options. So still fighting over it, and want to see it through. So if the state hits the numbers that they need, and there's really there's really 3 incidents that are going on right now across the state. They're trying to combine a couple of them, try to make the numbers look a little bit better for that federal declaration. But we're probably not going to know for a couple of months before it's all done. I know there's teams all over the state that are doing assessments and things like that to put those numbers together, but it's going to be quite a while before we're really hearing anything from them at all. Back to the state disaster relief fund, we have nothing to do with that at all. All the information comes from the state. The information that you can go to indiana.gov, or if you just Google Indiana State Disaster Relief Fund, then there's some pretty good question and answer things down there on the bottom of the page, and lets you know how the system works, lets you know what the account is, and it really is actually a pretty good site to get some information on it. We don't get a list of people who've applied. If you have applied, you should have gotten a confirmation email for that, and that's how they'll communicate with you, and that'll be directly from them. And we found out about the same time everybody else did. We don't get a secret call from the governor's office, or we don't have any insider information on when they're going to do that. All that bit is we just do the assessments, and they make a decision, and then they tell us when it hits the news. So we have just as much heads up as everybody else does. So if you have questions about state disaster relief, we'll be happy to tell you that you need to call the state of Indiana to get that information. We'll be okay with telling you that, but we really have nothing to do with it. We have no inside knowledge on it at all. So there's no time frame on that about when it's going to happen, if they're going to issue checks, all that business. There's a lot of hoops you got to jump through, just like you do for FEMA. So let's see what else. The only other thing I got is the 2026 SHSP grant. We were denied for that. Ironically enough, there's still no word on the 2025 SHSP grant. So we're still holding out some hope on that. So any questions?
Pain, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Yeah. Mr. Bryan.
I won't be nearly as long-winded as Matt.
Okay, C's right? It's a better,
All right, so a few things. River Lake Campground. So our last meeting was the 9th. The commissioner meeting was the 9th. The morning of the 10th, the RDA met, and they did pass the resolution authorizing our funding. So that part's done. The next piece of that is we have to sign the sub-recipient agreement. So I got a copy of that. I sent it to you. pretty much is what it is, laid out all the terms that we have to follow. And there's a lot, there's stuff like signs at the work site, you know, even covers those, so. But anyway, I need to get a signature on that, so we can send that back to them, we'll be good to go there. Finished the RFP just a little bit ago for the phase one environmental site assessment for the campground, for the campground property. That's in your inbox, take a look at it, I think we're planning to issue that tomorrow, so. Get that going, get some responses on that. The animal shelter,
Just.
yes, sir.
It's that quick because you have to return in a receipt by.
Yes, we have to have, as part of
an
the
invoice.
ready funding, we have to have our first submission for a drawdown on our money by August 21st. So yeah, we got roughly 4 weeks to spend some money. So we're gonna issue the RFP and get that going really quickly, so. Yeah, it's one of those things, like, spend the money fast, but don't spend it till we tell you to, right? You know, so now we gotta hit the ground running, so. Animal shelter, speaking of ready funding, still nothing on that. I had to modify some documents like the last week of June, so we still haven't heard anything. Thought we would by now, but I got a call into them. I haven't got a response back yet. But they aren't asking for any more information, so I think that's a good thing. Our variance application for the setbacks on that property, it's now been submitted to the city for BZA review on August 10th. Our architect's actually gonna come down and represent us on that. So that's going. Park plan, master park plan. The consultant did send an initial draft. It's mostly demographics and history of the county, so really nothing to comment on there. He's pulling together a survey that we're gonna put out for community input. He's actually got a QR code. We're gonna get some signs made that we can put around Kruger Lake and elsewhere around the county where people can just scan it with their phone and take the survey to get their input on that. It's gonna be pretty neat. And he's done an ADA accessibility review with Mike Pittman, the county surveyor. Don't see any issues there either, so that's going. There is a vacancy on the park board right now. Someone has reached out to me that they're interested in filling that, so I put them in contact with the board and hopefully we're gonna have a full board here in a couple weeks, so. It's a council appointment, I think, for you guys. The revolving loan fund, so. I haven't talked about that for a while. So the revolving loan fund was funded by a community development block grant through Okra several years ago. I just got notified about a week ago that they reviewed the final audit report from the State Board of Accounts, determined that we're in compliance with everything. And we met all the terms of the grant agreement, and it is now officially closed. So no more action on that. Balance is zero, money's been distributed, and all the records are in order. We just gotta maintain the records for another 3 years on that. And other than that, just usual day-to-day stuff, ton of public records requests coming in. I don't know, like everybody's searching their family history right now, it seems like. I mean, I need a marriage from 1810 the other day. Believe it or not, we had it. So, and just scanning the books as we have time. So slow progress, but we keep plugging away at it. So any questions?
Longest better.
Mhm.
You were.
Oh my gosh, time to-
You want the subrecipient agreement to sign? It's on one of the tables, just got. All you gotta do is scan that page and send it back to them. Hey.
Brandon here, anybody?
Brandon.
No, Brandon. Sir, you got anything?
No. We're still just in the middle of our State Board of Accounts audit, so. And I'm preparing for budgets, so.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
I second that.
All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.